Hi there, this is Dr. John Whitcomb talking about creating personal happiness by channeling your inner Finn. I phrase it that way because it's been in the news recently that Finland has just now been named the happiest country on earth for the 5th year in a row. And Finnish immigrants are the happiest immigrants. So something's going right in Finland. And one should ask, what are they doing that the rest of us could learn from? There's a Frank Martella who does research in Finland who's written about it extensively, and he was recently quoted on CNBC. And he names 3 things that we could probably all learn from. 1, Finns don't compare themselves to others to make themselves happier. They don't boast about where they live or what kind of car they drive. In fact, he said, you'll find a millionaire on the bus sitting next to you. And so Finns don't boast about their possessions and don't make happiness on that. In fact, they're quite modest about their possessions and comparing themselves to others and their demonstrations of wealth. Okay, that's good. What the underlying message there is you by yourself are good enough at who you are, and you don't need to compare yourselves and have external showy things to prove it. Number 2, the Finns put a great measure on being outdoors. Nature. They take 4 weeks of vacation in the summer and get out of town and go camping and really get organic with their camping. Now, Finland has enough lakes in it that just about everybody in Finland can get close to water somewhere. So there's lake frontage in all sorts of places and ocean frontage on the Baltic Sea and all sorts of islands in their archipelago. But Finland focuses on being outdoors, even if it's as Arctic as it is. 3, and this may be the most important, do what you can to increase public trust. There's good research that shows the more you have a sense of public trust, the happier everybody is. How do you do that? Well, one is you have to be absolutely honest in everything you do, such that when you lose something, you're pretty confident it'll be returned to you. Because if you find somebody else's wallet, you'll return it without going through it and taking out the money. But you can also increase public trust by what we call courtesy. When you drive, do you share the highway with your fellow drivers? Do you let somebody else in your lane? At the bank or grocery store, do you wait your turn graciously in line or let somebody who's less able than you go in front of you? Do you do those things that we call common courtesy? All of those things create public trust. So if you'd recent research published in Reader's Digest of all places, losing wallets in multiple cities around the world, found that in Finland, the highest number of wallets are returned. 11 out of 12 were returned to their owners with the money intact. New York City only came in at 8 out of 12. Bombay, 9 out of 12. Better than New York. What will work for me? I found myself in multiple occasions all my life treated exceptionally kindly by strangers. For example, when stuck on a railway late at night, railway station at an airport in St. Louis, I didn't have the change to get a train ticket. I was stuck. I didn't know how to get out of there. And 2 maintenance workers came over and between them gave me the money to get my ticket. They had the change. I still remember them to this day, how I wish I had their names. This is Dr. John Whitcomb for News and Nutrition. Create public trust. Happiness comes by channeling your inner Finn.